Welcome to this explainer. Tonight we are skipping the usual dream state preamble and jumping right into the deep end of cognitive control. We're talking about wake-initiated lucid dreaming. We're going to break down the actual mechanics of stepping straight into a fully formed dream without ever losing your waking consciousness. How crazy is that?
Imagine you're watching an incredibly immersive movie in a theater. You're so sucked in, you completely forget you're just sitting in a chair. But then, snap, your awareness comes right back. You feel the seat beneath you, but the film just keeps playing, vividly, completely surrounding your senses. Now, what if you could do exactly that, but inside your very own sleeping mind?
Okay, let's dive right into this. So, we all know the standard DILD approach, right? That's when you realize you're dreaming after you're already fast asleep. But Wild is a completely different beast. With this method, you actually stay awake. Your conscious mind is continuously observing while your physical body falls asleep around you. You're literally skipping that gap of unconsciousness entirely.
Section 1. The biology of sleep. You see, sleep isn't just an off switch. Notice how heavily your early night is dominated by deep, slow-wave sleep. That's stage N3. Your body absolutely demands this for physical repair. But as the night goes on, a pretty major shift happens. Those deep sleep slices shrink down and your brain transitions into long, highly active REM cycles. And that is where the vivid dreaming actually occurs. This biological rhythm is exactly why trying to wild right when your head hits the pillow almost always fails. Your brain is aggressively pulling you into deep sleep. But the Wake Back to Bed schedule, or WBBT, brilliantly bypasses this. Here's how it works. You sleep for about 4.5 to 6 hours to clear out that deep sleep debt. Stay alert for 10 to 30 minutes, and then, when you return to bed, your brain is perfectly primed to drop almost immediately into a long REM cycle.
Section 2. Crossing the threshold.
As your physical body deeply relaxes, you enter what's called the hypnagogic state. This is the gateway zone. Behind your closed eyelids, you might start seeing geometric patterns, maybe some swirling colors, or even sudden flashes of random faces. You might hear distant music or voices. The real secret here? You have to observe all of this with total apathy. If you get too excited about the mental light show, boom, you'll jolt right back awake. Now, as you drift a bit deeper, you're going to hit a phase that really startles newcomers: sleep paralysis, also known as REM atonia. Let's be clear, this is simply a natural biological safety mechanism. Your brain literally paralyzes your major muscles so you don't physically act out your dreams and hurt yourself. Normally, we're completely unconscious for this, but in wild, you are wide awake to feel that heavy, vibrating pressure. And that brings us to a golden rule in a lucid dreaming community. Greet sleep paralysis like an old friend. If you feel that heavy vibration or that weighted sensation, don't panic. It's actually fantastic news. It means the technique is working perfectly and your body has successfully deployed its sleep chemistry. You are standing right there on the threshold of the dream.
Section 3. Techniques for the transition.
So, to successfully thread the needle between waking and sleeping, you're going to need an attention anchor. You can count your breaths, use a simple mental mantra like mind awake, body asleep, or hold a simple visual in your mind like a flickering candle flame. The goal here is to give your brain just enough to do so it doesn't slip into unconsciousness, but not enough to overly stimulate it. You've got to practice what we call emotional flatness. Just observe without reacting. Now, a highly effective variation of this is the SSILD cycle. Instead of relying on just one anchor, you gently rotate through a few of them. You spend 10 to 15 seconds passively noticing the darkness in your visual field. Then you shift to listening to ambient sound for another 10 to 15 seconds. Then you shift again to the physical sensation of your body on the mattress, and you repeat the cycle. This gentle rotation brilliantly prevents overstimulation while keeping you just alert enough to cross over. Then there's FILD, which stands for Finger-Initiated Lucid Dreaming. This one is absolutely perfect for when you wake up feeling extremely drowsy. You just alternate pressing your index and middle fingers down in tiny microscopic movements. Imagine you're playing a piano, but incredibly lightly. After about 30 to 90 seconds of this super delicate anchor, pause and do a reality check. You'll often find you've already crossed over into the dream without even realizing it. Section 4. Awake inside the dream.
Okay, so once you think you're in, first things first, you have to prove you're dreaming. The nose pinch is incredibly reliable for this. Just plug your nose and try to breathe in.
If you can still breathe, well, you're dreaming. You can also examine your hands for extra fingers, or try reading text, looking away, and reading it again. But here is the critical catch. For these reality checks to actually work inside a dream, you absolutely must build them as sincere daily habits in your waking life. That is literally the only way you'll catch a false awakening.
Once you've confirmed you are indeed dreaming, you need to immediately stabilize the dream. Early lucidity is extremely fragile. If you get too excited, the environment will literally blur and collapse around you. So physically engage with the space. Touch a dream wall, notice the texture, or briskly rub your dream hands together. Shouting out verbal commands like, "the dream is stable," also works wonders to ground your awareness and solidify your surroundings.
Section 5. Why lucid dreaming matters. Now, you might be wondering, why go through all this effort? Well, lucid dreaming goes way beyond just fun nighttime adventures. It actually has measurable clinical benefits. For example, it's used in structured therapy for PTSD to help patients consciously confront and rewrite their nightmares. And because the dream space is just so remarkably vivid, athletes and musicians even use it for motor skill rehearsal. They are actively practicing real-world skills while fast asleep, and it actually translates to measurable waking life improvement.
And modern brain imaging firmly validates all of this. Functional MRI and EEG scans show us exactly what is happening during WILD. The prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for logic and self-reflection, actually lights up. That is completely unlike normal dreaming. We also see high-frequency gamma waves, around 40 Hz, indicating active conscious attention, which is driven by the neuromodulator acetylcholine. It's a genuine biological hybrid state. You are neurologically awake, yet biologically asleep.
This research hit an absolutely staggering milestone back in 2021. Researchers successfully achieved two-way real-time communication with lucid dreamers. Yes, you heard that right. People who were actively in verified REM sleep were asked math questions by scientists in a lab. The dreamers actually solved the math inside the dream and then used prearranged eye movements to signal the correct answers back to the waking world. I mean, that is just a stunning piece of science, isn't it?
Ultimately, the science fully confirms the experience. By using the WILD method, we possess the extraordinary, completely verifiable ability to maintain waking prefrontal awareness while being totally immersed in the rich hallucination of REM sleep. You can literally inhabit your own dreaming mind with absolute clarity. Think about it. We spend a whole third of our lives asleep, usually just riding along as passive passengers. But armed with this map, the wake back to bed schedule, and a calm observation of the hypnagogic state, you no longer have to just be a passenger. The borderland between waking and sleeping is right there waiting for you. So the only question left is, what will you choose to create in your own mind tonight?